Hello, my name's Louise Liotta and I'm an art therapist. Art therapy uses a variety of art materials and gives you a way to express yourself, not just through words, but through art making. Art therapy is more about the process than the quality of the end product, so it doesn't need to be aesthetically beautiful. It's more about what you get out of it and the meaning you make of the art in the session.
Art, as you know, is a non-verbal process. People have been using it for centuries. The ritual of creating a piece of art embodies the person themselves, the direct result of what that person in therapy is experiencing is projected onto the paper. Once they've created an image, as an art therapist, we ask the client to talk about what they've created. If they can. If they don't talk about it, the therapy still works because it's such a deep, unconscious process.
So one of the great things about art and using it therapeutically is that it can be done at home as well. You can use a journal to record how you're feeling and thinking via art. It's a great self-help tool.
Art therapy began being used in health settings after two devastating world wars in the 20th century. This resulted in many soldiers and civilians having difficulties readjusting to life in peacetime. New approaches to treating mental illness, including art therapy and group therapy, were developed in the UK and USA in increasingly overstretched mental health facilities used to treat returning soldiers with post-traumatic stress disorder. This then began to expand to other areas of mental health.
A variety of age ranges really can attend art therapy. It can be from a very young age right through to the elderly, and they may have a mental health issue. There may just be someone who's struggling with an issue at the moment who wants to understand themselves better and understand why things have happened to them in the past or in the present. It offers often young people, especially who don't have the cognitive capacity to necessarily talk about what they're doing, to find a way to express themselves through art.
So art therapy can be a bit of a hook into having that young person open up and feel more comfortable and relaxed. And it also allows them to express themselves in a narrative that's very different to the traditional medical interview around mental health. It allows them to integrate their story in a way that has more humanity to it.
Someone who's an adult and hasn't used art materials for a long time, you might start really simply with them, and even using collage, so actually using magazine images, things that they can tear, so showing them that it doesn't have to be perfect, they don't just have to cut it out, and then they can explore lots of different materials.
We've used pastels, we've had paints, we've had clay, paper mache, we've made puppets, we've had young people sew objects that are precious to them. Yes, we've had so many different artistic expressions going on in that space.
So it is therapy and not just art making. We actually have a triangular relationship where there is the relationship between the therapist and the client, but also the art material. And at certain points there can be more emphasis on the art, there can be more emphasis on the relationship. It can go in different directions. Ultimately, we want people to build an understanding of themselves, to work through difficult experiences in their life, to gain insight, and to hopefully repair some of the ruptures from either their current lives or their past experience.
Art therapy is an important field of study in the Masters of Mental Health. It's a particularly interesting field of study because it relies on non-verbal, expressive ways of accessing processes that assist people to resolve and deal with their problems.
Master of Mental Health in Art Therapy at the University of Queensland offers students a really unique and diverse experience. We have art therapy tutors who have trained in countries such as the UK, USA, Canada and Australia. And we even have international students who travel specifically to Brisbane to be part of our program. A master's level program is seen as the entry point into the professional field of art therapy, and that is internationally recognised as the starting point for art therapists.
People can often feel a little stressed about research, particularly if they have not done it before. But it's an important part of the Master's program because our projects are applied. So we're looking for practical applied topics in art therapy that people can feasibly do in the time given.
All the course really helped me to understand what art therapy means and works, especially the placement. Doing my placement was really practical way to understand how art therapy works for helping people.
For me, I have so much fun, and sometimes I almost forget that I'm at uni as I'm learning new techniques and new therapy styles. So it's a great supportive environment. Lecturers are always ready to be, communicated with. They've got a wealth of knowledge and are willing to share that, because I think that that's really important, that we keep that reciprocal learning.
Currently, we're the only Master's Level Art Therapy program that offers a remote learners only class with a designated tutor. So it's never been easier to study with our program in this exciting and vibrant community. So if you have a history of art making and are a counsellor or have been interested in the helping professions, why not contact us here at the University of Queensland and look into how you can make your own pathway towards our program.